Blog Talk Radio.
It's on tonight. I'm feeling the mood is right. I'm down to do whatever, babe. I just wanna give you all of me. Tell me you want me to, just as much I want you. I can see the look in your eyes. We both know what's going down tonight. It's on now, baby. Your body got me crazy. No more time for no playing. Lay me down, baby. 'Cause it's on and poppin'. Ain't no stopping. Your body's so poppin'. Lay me down, baby. 'Cause it's on and poppin'. Ain't no stopping. Lay me down, baby. Do you hear me, baby? Said my body is calling for yours. Baby, I want you, just gotta have you. Put it all on me, baby. Your body is perfect, baby. And it's time for no more plans. Baby, I want you, just gotta have you. Put it all on me, baby. It's all my baby. Your body's poppin', baby. 'Cause it's on and poppin'. Ain't no stopping. Your body's so poppin'. Lay me down, baby. 'Cause it's on and poppin'. Ain't no stopping. Your body's so poppin'. Lay me down, baby.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins and
Mr. Stout in the house. Let's go.
What's going on, boo?
Wow. I miss you.
What?
We wasn't on last week.
What? We wasn't? That's right, we wasn't because we was doing something else.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we back.
So welcome back. Happy spring, everybody.
Welcome back. So, the last time that we was on, did we talk about what happened at the acting show? Yeah, we was on last week, wasn't
No, because we had Ryan.
Yes, we was on last week. Yeah, because we had her on.
Oh, we was?
Ryan was on last week.
No.
I think so. I don't know. We unscripted, y'all. Y'all know how it goes.
Wow.
Things is passing.
What's on?
Yeah, and I think we got a special guest that's rolling with us today. We got Cool TLC. Cool TLC, you on the line?
Hey, Ma, yeah, they on the phone. Yeah, can I order a large pizza with pepperoni and cheese? Oh, it's the radio. My fault. What's up?
No pizzas over here, sir. No pizzas over here.
Oh, my fault. I thought I had them on the line. My fault. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, get a large pizza. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yo, Steve, man. It's really good.
Killing like I got the COVID.
Right.
Oh, my. You know, things are starting to I don't know. It seems like the atmosphere is clearing, and people are getting their vaccinations, and people are, it just seems like things are slowly but surely, coming back to some type of normalcy. I mean, we're still wearing masks and all that kind of stuff. I guess we're still social distancing, most of the time.
We were still getting together.
Right.
The baby boom hasn't stopped. How about that? I see a lot of like, so a new baby coming out.
Right. The only thing that didn't change is nobody got a side dude or had a side chick while the pandemic was going on. So now they starting to break out and be free.
Exactly.
They had to really be with the one they with.
Right.
Right. And be mad at her because you wanted to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I feel you.
They said that the divorce rate has gone up since the pandemic.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
because people find out they ain't like each other.
Like, I'm tired of your ass. I just saw it. I'm always around here.
Yeah, I mean that tested a lot of relationships. Like you still together.
I can't wait till this pandemic is over. We getting a divorce.
Lord. Yeah. So what's going on in Cleveland, Ohio?
Oh, I don't know because I've been in the house for real, though. I don't know what's been going on outside. I know I've been in the house. I don't know what they've been doing.
Oh man!
Have you your head out the window yet? Have you left the house yet, or?
Oh yeah, I mean I go out and come back in. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time to talk to nobody that ain't got no mask on. When people be talking to me and they ain't got no mask on, I'll be like, hey, you know what? Somebody calling me. Who? Somebody else? All right, so I'm going. But yeah, I still get out and about.
So my heart goes out to DMX, and his family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think the last update is that he's still comatose and on life support, and that they're about to do a brain function and activity test. So basically, they're trying to see if there's any brain activity or whatever going on. Before they're not gonna take him off life support and all that kind of stuff. My heart just goes out because we know DMX been fighting this drug thing for a long time now.
Yeah, more than just those type of demons. It was just you're saying like that he was bipolar. So that could have something that added to that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like. He's one of the major, what they call them,
influence or like a legend artist, legend artist, His music has definitely influenced a lot of artists out there, and his music definitely will stand the test of time. And it's like we're counting them out right now, but we're looking at that we possibly the inevitable. That's what I'm saying. And but in that thought of that. What's some of the things that you yourself are cool? Like what did you pick up from some of his style of his music or something you can reflect on what's going on with the situation with him?
Right. Well, actually, I had a chance to even work with DMX in Vegas, and that was probably a couple of years. That was like a little while ago, and I worked with him. And what I just pick up from him is. And a lot of people like DMX because he came through, authentic to them. And a lot of people was in tune to his voice. You know what I'm saying? Even though you had a lot of imitators out there, and I say this in confidence because a lot of people, we used to have that beef between him and Ja Rule. And, of course it was different. It was different, voice sounding. You could tell the difference between the two. It's just that happened. That, Ja Rule sounded like him, but his style wasn't of him, like him. And it's just, whatever the industry may have wanted to combat with that and put it up there. But DMX always had that, he had that ability, to cross the bridge between thug and an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you wanted to look at him, You know, he had his
addiction, artist. Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Like he actually like.
Yeah, he was an artist.
Other artists like his music, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when it goes to battling style or whatever, or somebody who got flow, other artists is listening to what he's putting out there, or you know, or they want to work with him or collaborate, like those kind of things, man. So his music is gonna last, you know, for the whole time of what's going on in this hip hop world. Like you know, what I'm saying he will be in staples of that, you know. But at the same time, like you said, like meeting him or you know, or working with him in that kind of nature. Like, what was something you would say to other artists out there, like how where the industry can be, to like you know, how competitive it really is.
Oh yeah, it's combative, and you gotta make your own niche. You know, the problem. I ain't gonna say it's a problem because it's never been a problem. But the world, everybody's trying to conquer the world, and I don't want to conquer the whole world. I just want a piece of it. And I think when you go for pieces of it, and if you are artists out here, and you know, if you go piece by piece, you eventually eat the whole pie. But you don't need to sit down and try to eat the whole pie. Because all it's going to do is make you sick. But if you want a piece of the pie, get a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where artists fell short because everybody try to keep up with the Joneses. And the Joneses are the people that's got the machine behind it. And you may be an independent artist that don't have a machine, and you can't do what these artists out here is doing, no matter how hard you try. Just, you know, take your time. Who you rushing for? You rushing because you trying to beat time or you trying to beat age? Which one is you trying to beat? Because both of them go together.
The art of it, man. Yeah. You want the art. Like I see, like DMX art became a part of who he was. His music was dope. You know what I mean? His music is dope. But his part of the art of him, it was his personality that people, you know, was embracing more, you know, and that thing, you know. So it was like he was always the dog in the fight, right? Like, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that barking and all that stuff was his signature. Couldn't nobody else do that.
Right.
You can do that on the record because that wasn't you. And if you did it, everybody would say, "Oh, you trying to be like DMX."
You got that, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Doubt. So it's like be true to yourself and find out who you are. It's good. The best imitation of life is flattery of life is to imitate somebody. But then when you imitate them, what's really you? Or are you really just trying to be them?
Right. Yeah. Well, they say the imitation thing, right? What's that? Imitation is the highest form of
the best
flattery, right?
Right.
Do you feel like the industry kind of let him down when he was going through, you know, his battles? Do you feel like they were there for him the way they needed to be? The different, the industry, the celebrity friends he had, or whatever. Do you feel like, you know, they were there for him during the time that he needed them the most?
I think they were, and it may, you know, because we don't know how he treated the situation. You know what I'm saying? So they could have been there, and he could have pushed them away, or they could have been there and or didn't know how to treat him. You don't know how to, you know, you got the close friends that can say stuff to you, and then you got people that really don't know you saying stuff, and they only know what they see.
He hides away from certain people with his closest folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you catch that when he was on Iyanla Van Zant? Van Zant?
Yeah.
Her show, when he was on there with, I think it was his ex-wife, and they was trying to address, you know, him not being there for the kids and his drug addiction and stuff. I do remember that show. That was like, I want to say that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I remember that episodes. Yeah.
Well, I'm praying for him.
I didn't catch it, but you know how many people, you know, in this industry, it is so common to be caught up in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, everybody don't have to indulge in any kind of, self-medication, no matter what it is. But it's more prevalent and more it's accepted in the world of entertainment because they think that's what entertainers do. That's not what they do, but people assume, rap is like rock and roll. Rock and roll is like,
like that personality of that lifestyle, the lifestyle. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And everything ain't what it seems. You may think that, but everybody's not on that.
Man, I always wanted to do a show like something like to speak to artists or like a video podcast or something like that, like behind the curtain or behind the scenes or something like that, to speak to artists or like what these kind of things are. But then I just read something that came from a producer that was around in the industry for a long time, like 30 years plus, and he was like, the reason why they don't want older artists in the industry anymore because they know too much. So that's why they kind of blackball them, so like so they keep the ones like the younger ones coming up because they don't know. So how do you feel about when like trying to express that kind of information so the young artists can like actually see like keep some sort of a separation if I don't deal with them because they're older guys, I don't want to talk to them, I want to talk when it goes to the industry.
Right, and that's only because we got two different demographics. You got the younger cats that think the old cats is too old to be in the game, but they the ones that pioneered it. And you got the old dudes that don't respect the young dudes because they wasn't doing what the old dudes did. And it becomes a problem because we can't talk to each other. Now, the old cats that was in the game, they done spent their money, blew their money. Some invested their money. Some is doing well. But some of them is still waiting on the industry to pick them up when they need to start doing stuff for themselves. They got a fan base, but they don't know how to approach their fan base. You know what I'm saying? Because we done all got older. Don't mean nothing.
Right.
We still gonna like what we like. But we done got older, and somebody made a stigma on this rap game and said, when you get a certain age, you got to quit. And it's like, why? Why do I have this? I still got the mindset. I may not look the type, or I might not can do this, but I can write.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to approach. We don't know how to approach the young artists because they act like they don't want to listen or they think we outdated. Words is words. It's not about the words. It's about the style and your Acadius of what you rapping about and how you rapping it. You can put any words to it, but it's the style that you rap it. So you get an older cat that can flow, that got mad skill. All the older cats need to do is take the young boy music, put some sense to it, and put something knowledgeable on it. It can still be talking about money, but it's 1,000 ways to talk about money. It's the industry is now, they're concentrated on big booty, drugs, and a lot of money. But what's going to happen when all that fades away?
Right. What do you do with a lot of money? Well, you don't know what you're going to do with the big booty, but it's like after a while, you ain't going to have the strength, you ain't get to the gym.
Right.
Man, can handle that big booty.
Right. The big booty going to be the big booty at no matter what age it's going to be. She could be 60 years old or 70 years old. You'd be like, dang, she got a big booty. She had one when she was little too. So, you know what I'm saying? It don't change, but these artists have made it a whole different, a different ball game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at them, but there's a lot more stuff to talk
You
to.
want to innovate. They're trying to add innovation. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But how many times you can talk about money 4 different ways, but the premise of it is still money. You just talking about it a different way. You still talking about the same thing. It's how you talk about it, though.
Right. And it's going to feel good. It's going to sound good. Turn up. We get it.
There's
right.
so much going on. Not meaning to jump the subject, but there's so much going on in the news right now. I don't even know where to start. Like, let's just hit Georgia for a second. What's up with these new laws? I just read here that the mayor, right, the mayor has issued an executive order to block what was signed by the governor. Have you been following that about the new law? Law?
Yeah, I've been following that.
So what are your thoughts?
That's the new Willie Lynch.
Jim Crow?
That's the new Willie Lynch.
Oh.
That's the new that's the new Willie Lynch. This is to keep us, but see, this is my opinion. This is just my opinion. Don't nobody got to follow it. Don't nobody got to listen to it. This is my opinion. The time for us to really organize is now. Rioting and getting upset and stuff, that ain't the way to do. We already done proved the fact that there's power in what we do. Now we need to start doing it. And, the governor's going to be who they going to be who they are. They not going to change. They do it for one thing only. And that's now it's time to us to realize that, hey, it's got to be a change. It's got to happen. So this law that he got where they was arresting you if you give people in line water and you can't feed them, that's kind of stupid, because if somebody is diabetic or something and they pass out and I can't give them no water, are you really serious? Then let me sue you. Then
that's what the law consists of.
That's one of the.
What's the law consist of? You can't hold water.
I'm trying to see what all is in this.
It's not even a bill. It's already a law.
Oh, and they stopping you. What? Yeah, it's like they giving you. You can't do that when you in line, when people in line. Then they making it harder for people to. Okay, they limited the drop boxes to where you can drop off your ballot. Then they limited your ballot for you getting the ballot and voting at home, when the Republicans been doing this for years. But now that they see that we jumped on the board and that's how Biden won the election, they want to cut it off.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They want to stop it.
Yeah, it seems the Atlanta Mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, issues executive order against new Georgia voting law. The law reforms voting rights for people in the state, and they say that it's really affecting the state, the ones where they have the most minorities in it. The places,
they can't get the places right. They
have the most minorities.
Yeah, that's Georgia. That's Atlanta.
Well, it's a Georgia law, but the Atlanta mayor has issued an executive order against it.
Okay.
So it's like
they don't want us to vote no more, because now we done got hip. For those, it's some that still don't believe in it, but we done got hip to what voting can really do. And now we turned around on it. They don't like that.
Right, because they was trying. Really trying to steal the election. That's what they was really trying to do.
Yeah,
but they couldn't. They wanted to steal that election so bad. They was doing everything they possibly could to try to take away people's right to vote. We made it obvious that no, we don't want that.
Right.
So now they're trying to make it so next
in the
time.
urban areas, right?
Yeah.
That's what like for the Philadelphia, the Pennsylvania,
Georgia. The Georgia flipped on them. That's all them Chicago people that moved. They moved to Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, because Atlanta ain't Atlanta no more. Atlanta
is not Atlanta anymore.
Right. If you find somebody from Atlanta, you be like, "Oh, you still here?" Because everybody else is from everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So
you know what?
They just trying to. Okay.
When we went to Atlanta this past at the end of January, I had just been in Atlanta the year before. So I left Atlanta in December 2019, right before the pandemic stuff hit. When I went back at the end of January, you could tell that there was something different about the energy.
It just changed up.
Yeah, we literally went into a gas station, and when we came out, somebody stole somebody's car. This was right down in Midtown. This is in the good areas, quote unquote. I would be on the freeway, and all these cars were zooming by. I'm just like, damn, is them stolen cars?
Right.
The energy was different.
Yeah,
and then every time I look up
longer...
a rapper getting killed in Atlanta, I'm like, what is going on with the ATL? They had an influx of a lot of different people.
Everybody getting down there. It's
right,
the
because
money making.
The one thing I always say about down south is it's a difference. And the difference is down south is called hospitality. That's what you call down south. But up north we call it hostility. And we always mean mugging. So, we done moved down south and turned it hostile. So it's hostile and southern hospitality now, because it's different people from different areas.
Yes.
So,
I definitely can feel the shift in the energy. It just didn't feel the same. People are not starting to say hi no more. And up north we don't really speak to other people. We really don't. Especially in Jersey. Mr. Stout, Mr. Stout is definitely
eye contact,
East Coast.
Eye contact is that's a no-no in case you want some problems. Just keep your face forward.
Right. You smiling at me, you know me?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You have to see me a few times before we wave at each other like, hey, how you doing? Do the eyes like look past somebody, you notice that person's face. Otherwise, it's not like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
No.
Down south, you can be driving and someone will wave at you.
Yeah. I did like that though. When I was driving or walking, when people wave, I like that. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Now they wave at you when you go in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Jackie,
and then when you come back up here, you come back up north from down south, you be like waving at somebody, and they be looking at you like, who you waving at? Like, I was saying hi,
pull
bro.
over on you, like, you know me?
Right.
Right. Yeah, we don't do the same. We don't do the same. And that, I just hope we get smart and know that these things don't deserve a riot no more. We need to cut that riot out because it don't do nothing for us. We need to start thinking smarter. And the smarter is not to riot. The smart thing is to hit them pockets. And we know what that means by hit them pockets because we are the consumers.
Right.
So indeed. Yeah. They were saying that, there's like a little bit of a low temperature going on right now about, the Derek Chauvin murder, for George Floyd, that people are saying, well, if this guy gets off, there's going to be a lot of turmoil on the streets again. And have you been watching what's going on with this case so far, like the 7th day or something?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you really look at that case, at what it is, we still in that world. Everything ain't what you see, and no matter if it's on tape and it's blatant, you know what I'm saying? It's blatant. We see it on tape. We get the evidence, but somebody came up with this law. You got to prove. The lawyers got to prove the fact. And it's like, it's on tape. How much do I need to prove? If the dude do get off, if the dude do get off, don't riot. Don't tear up the streets. Don't do none of that. Stop shopping and see what happens. Because it ain't nothing you can do to the dude. There ain't nothing you can do to him. It's the system that you have to worry about. And the system work on a money basis. And no money moving, what you think going to happen?
Right. Because I couldn't understand, the man had his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. Even after he had passed out and was no longer moving, and the pedestrians around him were saying, man, he's passed out, this, that, and the other. And he still did not move his freaking knee. He didn't even stop to see, okay, the man had passed out, he's no longer moving. And the fact that he was handcuffed, once if he was resisting arrest, I guess if he wasn't trying to get in the car or whatever, maybe he felt someone's up. But listen, the fact, one major thing is the officer knew him. They worked together. So you don't know what kind of animosity issues, what was going on already, that when he seen him, he felt fear. You don't know if he had threatened him. You don't know what they worked together. That right there should have been enough for them to say, hold on for a minute.
That picture with his daughter should be up there in that part of evidence to me.
Yeah, they worked. They were both security together. They were working.
He knew
they knew each other.
Yeah,
And once, even if he was resisting arrest, once they got him on that ground and his hands was handcuffed behind his back, he did not have a reason to continue to restrain him in that fashion. And then even when the man was saying, I can't breathe, please help me, I can't breathe, and the people were saying, man, he said he can't breathe, and the man still never moved his neck, never nothing. And then after he stopped moving, the guy didn't even turn over and start trying to do any kind of CPR, nothing. In fact, all I see him do, pick him up and throw him in the back of the dang thing. I don't even remember seeing them do CPR. In fact, he didn't move off of that man until the people came.
Yeah. But you notice by you saying that, you too smart, because in all of this, they not bringing the fact that they work together. They not bringing that up at all. That's not even a subject of the thing. So that would end a lot of this. What's going on, but people don't know that. And people don't understand that.
That came out in the very when the first happening came out. I remember that. Right. They were saying they both worked at the same doing security.
Right. I've seen the picture. I've seen it.
Yeah, he worked on the outside, and George worked on the inside because he, as a cop, could not come on the inside of that club.
And then not only that, but I remember the owner in the beginning put out a statement saying that there was some animosity between the two of them. Mm-hmm. But then he came back later and said, "Oh no, I think I was talking about somebody else." No, you wasn't.
But then they showed a picture of George with his daughter was in the picture with them with other girls that was in there. You know what I mean? Like in the club, or took a picture together.
Yeah. There was something about that. There was something about that, and they know it. So
it's still right. The whole premise of the whole thing. I don't care whatever transpired. I don't care about nothing else that was before that. The fact is, you stayed on this man's neck for 9 minutes, and when the paramedics came, you still didn't get off. So you killed him. They said to me, he died of drugs and a heart attack. But my thing is, if you got your knee on my neck and I can't breathe and my hands behind my back and I know I'm about to die, you don't think I'm going to have a panic attack and have a heart attack with that going on? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
He was calling for his mama. He was calling for his mama.
Right.
And the guy was like, he was like, you gonna kill me? He's like, they are killing me. He said, I remember him, like, if you go back and listen to them words that he was putting out, like, he was begging them. He was telling me he couldn't breathe. He was saying all that, and the man never moved off of him, and that pressure was not necessary. Even the chief officer said in the beginning, maybe for the first second or two, to get him, if he was resisting arrest, to get him, restrained. Okay, but once he was restrained, his hands behind his back, laying face down on the ground, there was no reason for him to continue to apply that much pressure, especially after the man said he couldn't breathe.
Oh, no.
So I don't understand what about that they don't get. And then to know that they knew each other. There was something up. He was afraid, and not only that, but it makes you also want to go back to the store. You just called the police because you figured this man got a counterfeit $20 bill. So was the $20 bill counterfeit? That's my question.
That's another question right there.
Was it counterfeit?
Yeah, right.
Because if it wasn't counterfeit, then why did that store manager call that officer?
Like they set him up.
Like a setup. That's what it sounded like to me. Where's that counterfeit $20 bill?
Right, and they ain't put that up in evidence. And I mean, I ain't gonna say that everybody, but you subject to grab one and get one and don't even know it's counterfeit. It ain't like ain't nobody get a counterfeit $20 bill. It ain't like they ain't out here floating. So if that was still the case, even if he didn't know it was real, you called on him. So what was he saying when he called? What was the information that made them handcuff him right off the bat? How irate was he
out the store, right? Because they don't show everything with that. Like out of the store, or even when they brought him in the store, when the police came into the store. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that video. Have you seen that video?
Nope. I want to see that.
No.
Huh?
The police was called. They would have to come inside the store to do a certain situation.
Right. I don't know.
Walk out the store.
Right. He went. The killing part was they called the fire department, and this is what made the story so crazy. They called the fire department. The dude said he was going in to the store looking for somebody on the ground. This is what the fire dude said. He looked around the store and didn't say it. So all these people you passed didn't tell you that it was outside. Maybe they thought you was coming in there for another reason. But you passed the cop that was on the inside. You passed the store manager. You passed the people, and ain't nobody tell you they was outside, but y'all came after the fact. And they went to the wrong location and had to go up the street to go find the ambulance. Then he got dropped off at the hospital. The dude, the fire dude, the chief, whatever, got dropped off at the hospital. The ambulance, told the fire truck to go back. He rode with the ambulance to the hospital. The fire truck went back to the scene where they was at, trying to grab some information and find out what was going on, because the dispatch told them no information about what was going on. So all of this makes suspect for what was the reason behind all that.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of things that's not being addressed, and like due to the case, I haven't really had a chance to go too deep into it, but I have been reading a few things that's on there, man. But it's the outcome. It should only be murder. In the first degree or second degree.
That was straight up murder.
Yeah, that's nothing else that we're talking about here. I don't even know what jury.
And if you get off now, right? And if you get off now, and I'm just saying to my people, oh, it ain't time to riot. It ain't time to burn nothing up. It ain't time to do none of that. Them days, let them days be through, y'all. It's great. It's great if you want to go protest. That's good. Black Lives Matter, all that. Now, if Black Lives really matter, hurt them with a pocket at. The only way we gonna make us known. Forget that, bro. I ain't tearing up no buildings. I ain't tearing up my stores. I ain't burning down no stores. Say that for somebody else. What I'm going to do is hit you where I know it's going to hurt. And it's going to hurt in your pocket. It ain't going to hurt nowhere else. It's going to hurt your pocket.
It's going to definitely make people more time.
Yeah.
Right. If they let this officer off, because that's if they let that officer off, it's boycott is the only other. So there's no way we could take that man down. They killed that man in front of the whole freaking world, man.
Cold blood.
Right.
They
and
killed that man.
That goes
he wasn't nothing. There is no reason to have your knee pressed into somebody. The arteries are all in the neck. The carotid arteries.
He knew how that. Yeah.
It's all in the neck. And then not only that, but he had him pressured on the ground. Your aorta and all that stuff is in the front, so you got him pressed on the concrete ground. Yes. And then you got your knee on his neck.
Right.
Oh my God! They killed him. That was. And I'm just trying. It feels to me like it's too much. It's just too much in the story, and they knew each other. That's what I can't get over. They knew each other.
But let's go. Can I go a little bit deep? Go
deep.
Can I get a little deep? Can I get a little deep?
Go deep. Get the life jacket, so in case you go too deep, we got to pull it back out. Go ahead and go deep on
right.
TLC.
I'm gonna go deep and bring something to the surface that ain't nobody probably paid no attention to. He was on George Floyd's neck, right?
Right.
What did that symbolize? What did that symbolize? Look at the simulation of what that symbolized.
Like a lynching?
No, not only a lynching. Who was kneeling? Who started this kneel?
Oh,
Kaepernick.
Wasn't that a Kaepernick? Wasn't Kaepernick kneeling for right? So wasn't that a mockery? Wasn't that a mockery of what we were doing it for? But we just kneeled on our neck. So that symbolizes a whole lot. If you pay attention, that symbolizes a whole lot. and his hands was in his pocket. The reason his hands was in his pocket, let's get deep.
Yeah.
The reason his hands was in his pocket, because you can't show pressure that you put down. You put pressure on his neck, you can see him on his neck. But you put your hands in your pocket to drive your hands down to put pressure on your knee.
Oh, my God.
I can't show you that I'm putting pressure on my knee, because then you would be obvious. But my hands in my pocket or on my waist symbolizes I'm pushing down. So, come on, people. This is
true.
You know, we'd have done this 1,000 times over. We'd have seen it on tape before. They did. It started at Rodney King. It's been other, murders like that before, other beatings. But now it's time to get smart. We can be angry as we want to be.
And you know what trips me out is how long it took for them to even arrest him. Remember, they didn't arrest. It wasn't an immediate arrest. They didn't arrest them officers.
No, I didn't.
But if that had been, if that situation had been reversed, and that was an African American officer on a Caucasian like if all that happened, it'd have been they wouldn't even made it back to the precinct.
He would have got he would have been investigated, and he would have been let off duty. He would have been investigated and let off duty.
And not only that, but this same officer has so many freaking complaints. Right. That's the other thing. He had a lot of complaints on him for police brutality, for stuff that he was doing. I hope they could have bring all that.
Right, and if they would have fired and got rid of him, he still could have went somewhere else and got a job. How about that?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
That's true. Yeah. But
we know what the double standard is. So, and we always say, what can we do about it? Well, some certain things that we do, we gotta police ourselves for. You know what I'm saying? We everybody got that. Don't get me wrong. It's good cops and it's bad cops. So you might run into a good cop, and by sometimes of our own actions, we make that good cop a bad cop. Because we don't police ourselves. When we see, I'm just being real about it. When you see the police, the first thing you do is get angry. Why are you angry? What you angry for?
Or
why you mad? But why you mad though?
You're making this thing that cops are not the friendly people they used to be. Was the images they used to put on television, or put the images on anything that's on, just like what they put on like paper and stuff like that. To try to make you seem as if like these people are here to protect and serve, or serve and protect, to put it on the side of the car and stuff like that. But now it turned against you, because now like the people who really control things to say, well, make it harder on these folks, because the police can, like, my thing is, if you are a police officer for whatever city you are working in, then you should live in that town. But it used to be that kind of way, you can get a cop from anywhere, and you can put anybody in that position. What's going on right now in this country, the temperament of the country right now to this day, for the past 10 years, ever since, you say Trayvon Martin, but that guy wasn't a cop, but that whole thing was set off in that kind of way. You know what I mean?
Remember the author that we reviewed the other day that was in jail, and he said he was in prison throughout all the different killings and stuff. He said, and in the in the beginning, it was like a shock. He said, but after it was so many, it was happening so often, it was so much of it, it just became like regular news. Like, they didn't got another one. Right. They're going another. Like, it's just horrible. It's just really, really horrible. And my other thing about this whole case, why once they put him in handcuffs when he was laying down on the ground and he had his knee on his neck, whatever, why is it because once he was in handcuffs, he was subdued. So why didn't he take his knee off his neck and sit him up against the car with his hands behind his back and his legs out in front of him? He could have done that. When the man said he couldn't breathe, he could have at that point released his knee and helped the man to a sitting position, because you can't run, you can't go nowhere if you're sitting there. You know what I'm saying? There was anything that they could have done. Anything
right?
that, yes.
It was 3 other officers. Yeah.
And then the people was yelling like, man, he's saying he can't breathe. And the other officers just like, stay back. You know, like, what? But nobody is, it just really.
But it was 3. It was the dude was on his neck, 2 other cops holding him, and the other cop was out there trying to control the crowd. Why is it 3 cops on him, and he's the dude, and you got 1 cop out there trying to handle everybody? That was a setup.
And not only that, but he came last. Didn't the officer came last? The other officers came first.
The one that came across the street, the one across the street, and then the ones on the other side. But the way they look, because they got all those angles. People up off their phone.
Right. But why is y'all even there? Right. He got handcuffs on. He's the dude. He can't do all he can do is roll over. Even if he got up and tried to, he can't even get up and run.
No, right, because you got to have something to lean up against to get to your knees, to get to your feet, to get up, to stand up, to run. You got 3 officers. That was 9 minutes. Oh my God.
It's just nothing else but murder. And regardless of what they're trying to do as far as making it so it'd be like some sort of like
they're trying to say the drugs killed him.
Yeah,
that's some BS.
Yeah. Regardless.
Well, that's the easy out. That's an easy out. That's an easy way to say it, because they start bringing up other stuff that don't have nothing to it. Like the off-duty fireman that was there, and the off-duty fire lady. The off-duty fire woman that was there, she tried to go help him, and the police told her to stand back. And she was a fire, EMT, or if you want to call it fire lady, whatever she was. She called the police on them. Then the off-duty dude that was there, he's an officer. He was a fireman. They trying to get him for a disgruntled black man because he was talking to the cop that was holding him back, telling him he can't go. He called him, so you a tough guy. This is what the dude said. He said, oh, you're a tough guy. And then he called the officer a bum. But he only saying that because y'all holding him down.
Wow, you were doing something, so he's going to oh, wow.
But they tried to play him like he was a disgruntled black man.
Right.
Like, all black men is disgruntled. And we not. Yeah. But at the same time, don't get mad, because sometimes we get angry at a situation we ain't going to win. It's a situation we ain't going to win.
Yeah.
You can get mad as you want to if a cop pull you over and you run a stop sign and you know you ran a stop sign. The first thing you do is get mad when they pull you over and then try to get irate. Well, you know why I pulled you over? No, I don't know why. Well, you know why. You ran that stop sign. You knew you did. But you mad at the cop because he pulled you over, or you mad because you got caught?
And they were trying to say he was claustrophobic. I think he was scared. I think he knew there was something transpired. There's more to this story than we know. There's more to the story than that's being let off. So I have not seen all the different the whole trial yet. So they haven't introduced the counterfeit money yet, right?
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen anything about
that.
It's
there, but I don't think they. I don't think it's really there. You know what I'm saying? But they had different people.
It's not evidence. If it's in evidence,
because got to be some. There has to be the reason why he even
was being summoned.
Right. That's the reason why he was called, because they thought it was counterfeit. So that got to be something that's in evidence. Mm-hmm. They got to bring up the fact that they work together. They got to bring that up. They got to interview all the employees and all the different regular customers and people like that went to that freaking where they worked at.
Close to that same place where the comfort thing, whatever it's called.
Right. They got to interview those people. Like, they got to say what the energy was like, what the relationship between the officers, and George Floyd was. They got to bring that up, because they knew each other.
Right.
There's no way you can do this without bringing that up. You have to bring that up. That relationship.
But they bypassing that, because that adds to a whole lot of other stuff that they have to be accountable for. And they saying
but the prosecutors, how can they bypass that? That's evidence. That's like regular Sherlock Holmes type. How can they pass that up?
Yeah, prosecutors get all the way. Yeah.
But they it's there, but it's not a. It's not a.
We hold it down. Jerry Maguire shit or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that's how they gonna do it, because the one thing for sure, we seen it on tape. It is what it is. It's plain and blatant, and you see what it is. But the way that the law is saying, what you see ain't what you see until you prove it. That's stupid.
Oh, that's only
that is stupid. Right.
Because how many people have they prosecuted because they saw something was on tape at the store that showed them holding the gun and robbing somebody, and they was able to use that as the evidence enough to convict them. So I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Hey,
what is the difference?
To make it 100, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. Did you hear anything else about the shooting that happened in Colorado?
No more. No.
Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny?
What shooting happened in Colorado?
The dude that walked in the supermarket with the gun, and he bought 6 days before he walked in the supermarket and started unloading.
Yeah, I did hear about.
Oh,
that.
But you talking about those shootings? And the one that happened in Atlanta where they shot up the Asians, and they just acting a fool, like people just.
The one in Colorado,
but you don't hear nothing about them. You ain't hear nothing about it no more.
Did they kill the person that walked out the store?
He got arrested. Yeah, he's not dead. All those guys are not dead. All those dudes have been doing those domestic terrorism things are not dead.
Yeah, they took him to the hospital to get his leg fixed, and he in jail. That's what they say.
Oh, but they shooting down black men and standing in their garage. They shooting down black men running into their apartment. They shooting down blacks in their home in bed. They doing all that. But these terrorists, they not
right. The thing remains to be. Just think about it. If it was Black Lives Matter that went into the Capitol, what would that have to look like?
Yeah, sort of massacre.
What? Oh, let's not even talk about that. Let's not even get on that. That was just craziness. That's just like this whole last few years has just been craziness to me. Like just like blatantly in your face craziness. And I'm telling y'all, it started with when they elected the first. I mean, it's always been. Don't get me wrong. It's always been. It's been under the cover. We didn't have these cameras. We weren't able to catch people. You know what I'm saying? You weren't able to catch people. I seen one video where these officers was blatantly beating the slop out of this guy that was on the ground, and you see one of the officers turn around and look to see if anybody's looking. Until someone yells and says, "Hey, what y'all doing?" Yeah. And then the officers stop beating the man up. Wow. We got stuff like that going on.
And now people are just getting to the point. When you show your camera and you taping it, all you got to do is say, well, so what y'all going to do? Y'all going to kill him? That's all you need to say. So what y'all going to do? Y'all beating him? Y'all going to kill him? Because I'm asking the question, why y'all beating him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not only the fear or whatever they want to say, they fear us, whatever. Sometimes we got to take some responsibility for some of the stuff we do. I'm not saying all, but some of the stuff we do is ridiculous. So if we can't police ourselves, how we gonna police them? We still killing ourselves. We still killing our own people. So how we gonna tell somebody I want equal rights when we still killing ourselves? But we ain't coming to us talking to us.
That's sad right there, man. We have to have you come out, man. TLC.
Yeah, you have to stick
to the mosque.
Yeah.
I
think another way to put out, come out a little bit out the
We're gonna bring you out of retirement. He's like,
it's just.
I can't get too deep. I gotta get jokey to make you realize what I'm telling you, because people can't take reality for what it is.
I love reality.
It's got to be.
I live reality. Yeah, I do. I live in the life of reality. I joke a lot of things, but I see it for what it really is. To see certain things that I've seen in my lifetime in real time made me realize how really messed the world, like the world really is, and how control it is. And people got to really fight for their freedoms. You say you're free, but you got to fight for that freedom. You know, and we're subject to a lot of different things out here. Yeah, yeah.
But you say that why you free even.
You breaking up.
Take the R out. My fault.
Huh?
We talking. That's why me up.
You take the R out of freedom?
Yeah, take the R out of free. And what is that?
Fee?
That's right. So free ain't free. Free ain't free. Free got a fee in it. You gonna pay something.
You take the R out. Yeah.
I'm just talking too much. I'm just saying too much.
That's funny though. I like that though. But yo, let them know though what you got going on. Like I know that we got cool TLC. Want to check in with us right here. It was like, actually a good show. Like what's going on the move unscripted with Mr. Stout. Well, Patricia and Goins and Mr. Stout. Right, yeah, I'm feeling good today.
Right.
Also, let them know what's going on with you though. Like I know you still got some things going on as well, right? You're being syndicated.
Yeah, I'm a male exotic dancer. I do it on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can catch me. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You know,
you wearing a G-string?
I still. No, I don't wear nothing. I like to keep it raw, 100. You can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. I'm still doing my thing, man. I'm doing the world famous Meltdown show. If you ain't never checked that out, holla at your boy. And I tell you where it's at, what it's playing for, you know, what platform it's on. So you can check out my show where I interview and play a lot of independent artists from hip hop, reggae, rock, R&B, you name it, house. I play those artists and I try to give them exposure where they never been getting exposed before. And, you know, you can always hit me up on, like, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can hit me up at my email, meltdownshow1@gmail. That's THE, meltdownshow, the number 1, don't spell it out, at gmail.com. And you can hit me up, and I can let you know what's good. And if you're an independent artist, you know, give me your clean MP3. I don't want nothing dirty, because all I'm going to do is toss it. If you got a dirty version, it ain't gonna do nothing with me. I need an all clean version. Yeah. If you ain't got one, you know, if you ain't got one, you need to get one. And if you ask me to do some work to make it clean, then, you know, once again, free got a fee in it. That's all I'm saying.
Take the R out.
All I'm saying.
Take the R out. Take the R out of there.
Right. Right. So don't ask me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, don't ask me to do nothing for free, because it's got a fee.
Just take the R out.
Take the R out.
Right, just take the R out.
Yes, take the
R
out.
out. Take the R out. The
R
out.
Yeah, take the R out.
Yeah, you can't feed them for free, so there is a fee.
Feed them.
Right.
Feed them. Feed them.
Right. It may be time. It may be whatever. That comes with a fee. So I got to do something for free and have a fee. Thank you. That's all. That's my public announcement. This was brought to you by the brothers that don't do nothing for free. Thank you.
You know, we got your homeboys coming on April the 21st to On the Move Unscripted. Dave Tolliver, and Edward Moore. And they're out of Cleveland.
Right.
Oh yeah, the Black Paparazzi. the black. That's what they. His AKA is the Black Paparazzi.
You said what?
Dave Tolliver. His AKA is Black Paparazzi.
Yeah. That's funny. He used to be with Men at Large, and then Edward Moore used to be with the Daz Band.
Right.
So both of them are going to be on the show on April 21st, and I really would love for you to call in because them two right there is a character. So I don't know, we're gonna need a referee from Cleveland because them two right there, they're gonna take over. I don't know.
Right. I'm gonna have to be the Joe Clark. of y'all radio station. Wait a minute, you say you want to jump? Wait a minute, you say you want to jump, huh? Huh? You want to jump? That's what you want to do, Stan, huh? Huh? That's what you say, huh?
Oh my God! So we're gonna take a quick break and play a couple tunes. Give you a chance to get you a glass of water, or something like that, wine or whatever it is that you do over there.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Me too.
This is real talk. This is unscripted. Yeah.
Oh, it's unscripted. Oh, I love that. That was cute. We did that together. Oh, that's so cute. We'll be right back, y'all.
In the day, it's always been the plan to domesticate a slave, either in the house or the field, still the same. Devised by the man who perpetuated hate to necessitate a fate. An elaborate plan they used and abused it to scour our lands. Took the power from the chiefs and the queens at hand. Rummaged all the villas. If you wasn't some Manila, you ain't even stand a chance. Nowhere to escape. A lot of people died trying to find another way. Queens in tears, kings watching them get raped. Burners at the stake to acquire some estate for the heads of the state. It was prayer, obey, or give beat with no delay. A sequel if you didn't know repentance from the Jake. Still the message of the day never really went away. To this day, man, they still got us out here looking for our tell the truth, we ain't come off no boats. You came into the land and killed off most folks. Indoctrinated slaves to believe in Jesus, to justify the reasons the masters beat us. The banks built homes on land that's all ours, covered up in taxes and credit upcharge. Destroyed Black Wall Street because we bounced back. The system ain't shit. Slavery today still the same, it exists. Economic woes and the government helps, but it never does assist. Poverty is likely when you're stuck up in the trench, trying to keep us paying rent and never own a home. Since the pride gone, nothing had to call our own. Inequality in pay makes it hard to get along. Disparity's too much for me and you to get along. I mean, Mr. White Man, you ask me why am I upset? Why am I always so angry? Well, Mr. White Man, how would you feel if that was your perspective on life? How would you feel if it was your people that was beaten, killed, and those that survive oppressed for the rest of their days? Affliction on your children to this very day. Getting killed by police more than any other race. Getting discriminated against in employment. Discriminated against because of your name. Mr. White Man, can you tell me, would you not be angry? I mean, all lives matter, right?
say my heart been broken, I'm just trying to fix it. Got so used to hear them licks, and now my life is different. I used to be mad when they talk, now I love the critics. I love the ones who we're gonna join the wall, but if they fake, I keep my dick. Mama told me gotta have respect. Always felt like I was on a mission. And if you tryna make it out, gotta be different. You gotta put your heart and make sure you be smart. You gotta learn to change your ways and know you got no time to waste. Don't think about the hard times. Always keep it 100 and you gon' be fine. I'm just tryna do better and see my mama smile. I remember long nights in the hallways, outside like all day. You thinking you ain't got nobody you can call on. Just close your eyes, pray to the sky, that's who you follow. Cause he gon' hate you every time, ain't no doubt. I ain't really tryna make no enemies. Had to cut a couple people off because they in. My mama asked me, do I think I'm ready for the industry? I don't want no smoke, but if it's deep, we on the symphony. Some things we can't understand. You been down and you need you a hand. You gotta keep going. I've been told you gotta keep going. I've been told you that for real. I know you got your heart, bro. And sometimes like I'm breaking down, but you gotta be strong. Just keep going till tomorrow. God, yeah. I know you got your heart, bro. People looking at you like you always doing something right. This is for the ones who by themselves, I swear they not meant to be inside your life. Y'all can never get along. I'm just trying to stack it up and leave the haters where they all belong. Your soul been listen. If you just want somebody to listen, but if they don't, you shouldn't care. Because you know you've been a well. They never real and it be clear. You can't let them get in your will. If you got a funny feeling about them, you should never trust. Many times inside your life you felt that pain like concussion. You just need to know that everybody good at something. Cause I remember days I really thought that I was nothing, but I know I want it. I hope that you want it. Ain't no reason for running. Sometimes people can't really explain the stuff they done. Ain't never crazy, you go in my yeah, you still really wrong. But I know you got your heart, bro. And sometimes like I'm bringing you down, but you got it. Let's keep going till tomorrow. Till tomorrow.
We all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided.
Woke up today, another headline, another innocent life is taken in the name of hatred. So hard to take. And if we think that it's all good, then we're mistaken. Cause my heart is breaking. Tell it deep.
Are you left? Are you right? Pointing fingers, taking sides. When are we gonna realize we all bleed the same? We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. Tell me who are we to judge someone by the kind of clothes they're wearing or the color of their skin? Are you black? Are you white? Are we all the same inside? Father, open our eyes to see we all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why
come together right now and seek your face, you will forgive our sins and you'll heal our incredible land. In the name of the only Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
What's going on? This is Patricia M. Goins with On the Move Unscripted Ladies Roundtable Discussions. And you know, we bring it to you raw, unfiltered, uncut, and uncensored every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you gotta do is go to blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins, Goins, in case you didn't know my name, and tune in. Join our discussions. Have fun with us. We bring it to you raw, with purpose, on purpose. What's going on? We are back in the house with Mr. Cool, TLC.
From the Meltdown.
From the Meltdown Show. I absolutely love
What up, though? What up, though?
TLC.
Does the thing, man.
What up, though?
Yeah. Yeah, that song was just
good.
playing. Like, we all do the thing, man. That was like, you know.
Yeah, because I wish that people in the world would understand that, like, we are all really connected. If the whole COVID-19 pandemic stuff didn't teach us anything else, it should have taught us just how connected we are and how one thing affects everyone. You know what I'm saying? We just are coming through something that affected the whole world, and it didn't matter, you know, who your mama was, who your cousin was, how much money you had in the bank, you know, how many corporations you own. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. We all were affected by that. You know what I'm saying? We all breathe the same. Like, we are all human. We are all connected. We all came. I don't care what nobody says. There was one sperm and one egg that came together, that mutated over time. Oh, we're all connected. You my cousin from like 12 different mothers down the line, around the corner, but down the way. Cool TLC.
Right. So what you saying? My daddy is a Rolling Stone? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
Great.
Yeah, I might be kicking it with my straight cousin, Mr. Stout. You might be my cousin from way down the way.
Right. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go get a DNA now. You gonna make me go say.
You know that's your cousin from 12 generations, and well, I don't care what color they are.
I'm gonna have to talk to my daddy and then him talk to his granddaddy and find out how much of the Rolling Stone y'all was, because I don't really know.
You know, I do know that song. Kirk Franklin was on that last song. You know, he been going through some trials and tribulations.
Yes, he has been.
Lately. Him and his son.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad y'all. I'm glad the world finally realized that Kirk Franklin is a regular dude. I am so happy that he said what he said to his son, because that is the same place everybody in the world done been. You know what I'm saying? Some people done been down there, and he said it like he felt it, and that lets you know he ain't all the way in like y'all think he is. And I'm happy that he showed it.
I don't know why.
Hell, I would have cussed my son out too.
He was being a dad.
He was, and I don't know what the dynamics is of that relationship, because there's definitely some issues, some problems, some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? But people look at these celebrities like they are superhumans, and they're not superhumans. I don't care. The pastors, the rappers, the president, everybody is a regular human being. They just have different celebrity status. They might be on the on
political status.
Status. They might be on the radio a little bit more than or on TV a little bit more, or whatever. But they're still human beings.
Life, right? Yeah.
I try to tell people that. I don't care if it's Jay-Z. I don't care who it is. We all still put our pants on the same way. We put our shirt on the same way. So it don't matter just because this shirt or pants may cost a little bit more than what I'm spending. We still do it the same way. So it ain't no difference between us but a couple of little, perks. That's all it is.
A couple of billion, you say?
But at the end of the day, we the same.
A couple of billion, something like that.
Right. I mean, people look at these mega pastors and these gospel artists and all that kind of stuff, and they're like, oh, they're not supposed to be talking like that. They're not supposed to be doing like that.
You put people on a certain standard, though.
Yeah, on a pedestal. But the thing is, God speaks to people.
Morality.
But they're just a messenger. They're just a vessel that the message is coming through. But they ain't got nothing to do with the person. The person is still a human being.
Plus, he's still going to raise his kid. Like, get your ass over here and do it. Like that kind of stuff,
Yeah, but the son, I don't know what, there was some whole lot of stuff going on with that. I don't know.
That was a whole lot of drama. That was a whole lot of drama. But I felt it. I would have cussed my son out, too. I probably would have been in the same place that he would have been in. And it don't make no difference. Quit trying to make somebody into what they really, just look at for who they are. I'm not saying that he's not a good figure, and he might be positive for some people. But like you said, he's a regular person. But he can't walk on water.
There's some allegations going around that's real deep. They using real strong words like, molestation type words. They're using them kind of words. Yeah. So I don't know what the dynamic is for it.
I mean, y'all, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying we should be desensitized to that. We not promoting that or none of that. But if everybody look in their closet, some people had that kind of stuff in their closet and did never say nothing. So
a lot of people got that in their closet.
Right.
In their
family. What makes you throw the first stone? How can you throw the first stone when your slate ain't even clean? So how you convicting somebody or judging somebody and you ain't got a clean stone? That's the whole thing. We judging somebody off of, but what's in our closet? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, quit judging people and you don't know the whole circumstance.
Except for this whole situation with George Floyd, because we've seen it on video.
Oh, we've seen it. I mean, hell, it's so blatant it don't make no sense, but we seen Rodney King too. And that doesn't make no sense.
Those officers got off too, didn't they? Did those officers get off for
all of them.
Like Rodney King back then?
That's why L.A. was on fire.
Yeah. And that was the first video we ever saw. Yeah. That was the beginning. Really, people catching it on.
Like Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor, she got killed by being in the house with them shooting in the house, but they was mad because somebody was shooting back at them. They didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. But once again, she got to be the victim.
Yeah, because the boyfriend set free off of the case, but then the cops. Yeah, that's another wild case right there.
Yeah, that didn't get any justice. There's so many of them. That's the sad thing. There's so many, like the author said, and I forget his name, but like he said, after a while it's just like, oh my gosh, there go another one. Oh my gosh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one.
If it's an officer or if it's a civilian, even if you want to put somebody who does something that's blatant, they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Because you are actually supposed to be saying, well, this is what my duty is. Like, you're saying this thing about I'm not going to do this, that, and the third or whatever, but, what you're going to do for becoming a police officer. But if this guy who went out there and murdered those Asian women out there in the spots doesn't get the death penalty, it's going to also show people that how the way the system is working, because he killed a many, like 10 people, right? And if he doesn't, most of the time, if it was a person of color who killed that many people and it's like a terrorist type of attack, a domestic terrorist attack, then they're gonna we're gonna fire that person. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna give him a death penalty.
Right. Or even like the went to the church and killed all those people. Right. And before they took him to jail, they took him to McDonald's. Like, where they do that at?
Well, he should still be on death row as well.
Yeah, like
right. And just like the police chief,
like 2 years before.
Like the police chief, like the police chief said about the dude that killed all the Asian people. He said he had a bad day. What?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
So what is it when I have a bad day then?
Right.
What is that?
Walmart,
and then you had the black guy. Don't forget about the black guy that beat up that Asian lady. But he was a homeless dude.
He had a bad day too?
You knew about that?
No, I didn't know about that. No.
Yeah, out in New York. He jumped on the Asian lady and beat her up. I don't know if he killed her or not, but he beat her up. But he was in jail for stabbing his mom. They let him out. He was a little psycho, a little crazy, but they did no rehabilitation on him. And they just let him back. It was random that he picked her, but it was the point. This dude didn't have he was homeless and he was psychotic.
And you let him
so,
free.
Right. No, I think they still got him, but they gonna send him back to jail. But they did nothing to help him out to get his life together. And not saying it's their fault or none of that. It still relied on him, but he was a little touched, and they did nothing else for him.
Yeah,
so it's an all-around builder. The justice system needs to be rebuilt because there is no justice in justice.
And the whole world is watching this right now. The whole world is just watching what's going on in America, and this is really sad. That is so blatant. And right now, we have, Democrats, won, but then you got the Republicans running around trying to do all kind of stuff so that they can make it even worse when it's time to vote again.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
Right. And right, I don't even give the Democrats a pass no more because inside the Democratic Party, they can't even get it right amongst themselves. And y'all on top. You got the different sections in the Democrats that can't even get together. Y'all won. Why is y'all fighting each other? That's stupid.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you notice that they never said anything about, and this is, we're coming down to our last few minutes, but I just want to throw this out real quick. Why is it that we never heard anything else about what I see or what I believe is inside trading, where they were selling stocks and stuff right before the pandemic hit? Like, how were they able to know? How was the people in Congress able to know what stocks and stuff to sell right before the whole country shut down?
Oh yeah, because somebody told them. Somebody they paid.
Martha Stewart, you and Snoop Dogg, y'all stop smoking that weed and go and tell somebody because they put you in jail for that.
Right.
Lobbyist power.
Right. But she. Hey, but how many people like Martha Stewart can go to jail and come out and still be number one?
Right. Not going to be the case for everybody else.
Right. But she didn't turn to a little hood.
She's a little hoodie.
Right. Tell the truth. She done turned ratchet. Tell the truth. She done turned ratchet.
She didn't shift the side. She didn't went to the other side of the team.
She TikToking and all types of stuff.
Right. She ain't just Martha Stewart cooking. Right. She cooking greens, and that ain't the only thing she cooking greens.
Oh my God!
Martha Stewart in the edibles.
You said what?
The edibles, yeah.
Martha Stewart in the edibles,
It was definitely high, yo. I watched the episode of her.
You said got some edibles.
Yeah, they're making edibles. Yeah, they're just having a good time. Her and Snoop Dogg. High as hell on television.
She tell you go to her cooking channel. Go to her cooking channel. She gonna show you how you can buy stuff and cook.
Every time you come on TLC, I love every time you come on. You're such a blast of energy. Yeah. Like, what times? When does your show come on again? So we can, blast it. We need to get a drop from him.
No.
Cool TLC, could you give us a drop, and in your drop you can tell us, the people how to tune into your show. But can we get a drop from you?
Yeah, I can do that for free. you You want it for free?
It's your drop.
You answer that, Ken.
It's your drop going on the show, so keep the R on this one. Keep the R on this one.
I was just asking. It wasn't a trick question. I was just asking for free. That's all. Yeah, I got you. I can do that.
You got to come back on again. I just love when you're so good at what you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Those guys will check out the show.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna come back. This is my last week with my Obama phone. They cutting it off. So when I go get my new phone, then I'll be able to call back.
And you'll get the Biden phone?
I'm gonna say you getting the Biden phone?
Yeah, that's why they cutting it off, because I'm getting the Biden phone.
No, so they never had one for Trump. There was never a Trump phone.
No, it was, but it wasn't for black people. That's how he kept his phones great. That's his slogan was "Keep America Great." That's how he kept his phones great, because he ain't give it to black people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so everyone, the PPP loans, I think they've extended it to in May for all of you who have businesses that you need the PPP loan. You know, the first time they put it out, all the big corporations grabbed up all the money. You know what I'm saying? So this time I think they made some changes so that the little people could get it. You know, the big people, they was already collecting throughout the whole pandemic, and then they still wanted to grab that too. I'm like, darn, y'all greedy.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to open me a business tomorrow.
So how can they reach out to you again?
Man, you can always reach me at the THE Meltdown Show 1, the number 1 at gmail.com. That's how you can reach out to your boy, your friend, your host, your cousin, Rap Median, Cool TLC. The Meltdown Show 1 at gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, Thursday, for the Ladies Roundtable discussion. Condolences to Kimberly McCants and her family. Her father passed away. But so we're going to roll out of here with our song, Don't Say It Again, by me and Mr. Stout in the house.
I'm calling in tomorrow.
Do that.
Okay, make sure you do that. And tune in on Saturday for the Skin Beast Radio Music Review, 8 p.m.
Uh-huh.
I'm calling in tomorrow, and I'm changing my voice. I'm going to be like, hey, Patricia, how you doing? I'm calling, and I just want to say, I like your show. So I'm calling tomorrow. Believe that.
Call in.
You see it your way, and I see it my way. We're going the long way down this highway. I wish it was Monday when we had a Sunday. It hurts like a toothache, and it's only Tuesday, and there's not much to say in explaining the look on your face when you say what you said. Don't say it again. 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 Don't say it again.
It hurts like a knife, turning, burning. You turn cold as ice. And now that I'm learning, I'm deserving better things in life. Before you say things, you should think twice. Ain't no sense of you yelling, turning on red. When you mess with the wrong one, put this up in your head. Don't say it again. 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 Just don't say it again. Don't say it again. Don't say see past the trees and over the mountains, yeah. I wanted to follow my dreams, so I took the long way home. It was a long, long journey home. I walked through the valley, past many trees, chasing my dreams. It was a long, long journey home, long journey home, a long, long journey home. I walked through the wilderness, had many tests, learned many lessons, yeah. I refuse to take any shortcuts that might have shortened my journey. So I took a step of faith and went to a city I'd never been. That journey took 20 years. It was a long, long journey home. I took a long way home. It was a long, long way home. I fought many battles, cried many tears, chasing my dreams. I asked God many times, did I make my journey last too long? He said he was there every step of the way, and my journey, it had to take that long.
Short answers to long, horrific questions about the stain of slavery are not going to solve the inequality problem. We need to focus on wealth creation and wealth generation, and to do that, we must bring the descendants of slaves into equality with this nation, and that's what I proposed in this $14 trillion proposal to provide reparations, not only for the sin or the atonement of the sin of slavery and Jim Crowism and desegregation, both de facto and de jure, but to cause America to live up to the concept and the notion that this nation was born on the idea of American exceptionalism.
Origins of the racial wealth gap are enslavement and its aftermath. Not just enslavement, but we also have to pay attention to the aftermath, to the economic terrorism that existed. If you look at 1880, the ratio of black wealth to white wealth, blacks had $1 for every $36 that whites had. But by 1910, that had dropped to $1 for every $16. In other words, black people were making progress. Then you had this rash of Jim Crow laws passed, lynchings that most people think lynchings were about sex, but they weren't. They're about economics. Black people owning businesses, black people trying to unionize, trying to organize as farmers. And so we can look at the enslavement period, but look at the rest of it. People were actively discouraged from accumulating wealth. And that's why the reparations issue is so important.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land,
modern day Black Panther, Following the lead of a dream of hollow screaming through Dr. King's rarest banter. We was commanders amongst a bunch of Ned Flanders and 20 and some odd Africans that portrayed planters. Y'all the reason for the everlasting dying season. America, the nebula of the indecent. You owe us for all the years enduring every mistreatment. Plots to kill us, sticking dogs for no reason. Gentrification with no invitation. Ain't got the nerve to be worried about y'all streets. When Black Wall Street was all sweet. The pinnacle of black is facts when we all eat. And when we don't, look at Compton, look at Marcy. Came into our land Nazi-like before the Nazis. Infiltrated tribes and softened up all the armies. Then you stole our identity and set us up with proxies. America, you owe us.
They built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farm. This is what we are faced with, and this is the reality.
I just pray that God's forgiven thee. Whole country robbed, mother's sob, her son's life taken from a cop. Gotta stop the enemy. Lowest educated, most incarcerated, highest aborted. They selling melanin, all without a penalty. Disguised as entities, providing remedies. Deprived amenities, created obscenities, and stripped us of dignity. And we the Trinity, full of divinity, deprived from infinity. It's how we built the shit up off our backs, all black.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
Just walked in, looking super fresh, got a speech for the kin, telling us how we used to love, looking beautiful with some elbow gloves and a ball and dress. Yes, everybody looking fresh. Yes, and we dressed to impress. Shine diamond like a necklace. Yes, both sides with a tight vest. We survived one more, huh? Let the champagne pour. Some high heels got her feet feeling sore. Now she barefoot on the floor. Bro, I'm about to take you on tour. Are you really ready for the hardcore? We ain't breaking them new laws. We're here to celebrate the keys being great. Happy New Year's. Big hugs, kisses, and some new tears. Pop a champagne, get a new beer. Everyone you know, get it over here. Pull the radio for this new track. We all just got to take it way back. Like I see, New Year resolution. The first kiss of the New Year, this is what we doing. Come on. When you're feeling down on your luck, make sure you got at least a buck. Let me see you do that two-step. Grandpa with the ball drop cause he slept. If they had too much eggnog, he made one more, let's thank God. That's what we do on your iPod. I listen to that Mr. Stout new joint. Looking like I'm hot new ride. What's some shots on the outside? On the south side, let's ride. But let's be safe, who got the designated driver base? Again to the one day fears. One time for the baby New Year's. Come on!
Let's go get that money. Let's go get that money. Let's go get that money. Like Adam and Eve and Bonnie and Clyde, we're a team. Different days, same story. Got to go out and get that money. Got mouths to feed and bills to pay. Got to put that S on my chest today. Superwoman, superwoman. Every superwoman needs her Superman. Superwoman, superwoman. Every superwoman needs her Superman. Hey, I gotta pick up the pace. No more time to waste. Gotta put on my case. I gotta win this race. I got far too much to say. Different days, same story. Got to go out and get that money. Got mouths to feed and bills to pay. Got to put that S on my chest today. Superwoman, superwoman. Every superwoman needs her Superman. Superwoman, superwoman. Every superwoman needs her Superman. Superwoman needs her Superman. Superwoman needs her Superman. Hey, I gotta pick up the pace. No more time to waste. Gotta put on my case. I gotta win this race. I got far too much to say. Superman, superwoman. Like Adam and Eve and Bonnie and Clyde, we taking over, and that's no lie. No mountain high, with you by my side. Hey, I'm a superwoman, you're my Superman. Hey, like Adam and Eve and Bonnie and Clyde, we will succeed. Superman, superwoman, like Adam and Eve and Bonnie and Clyde, we taking over, and that's no lie. I got your back, baby, and you got mine. Hey, let's go get that money. Let's go get that money. Let's go get that money. Like Adam and Eve and Bonnie and Clyde, we're a team. Superman, superwoman, like Adam and Eve